Hello everyone, it's me Dr. Swarnim Adhikari, intern doctor at U Teaching Hospital, and in the previous video I shared my recommended books for MBBS first year and second year, and continuing with the part 2 of this series on MBBS books. Today I'm going to talk about books for the clinical science, that is third year, fourth year and final year, and these recommendations are based on my personal experience and the study style. Different student and different medical colleges may have the different preference. So with this in mind, so let's get started. So books for clinical sciences. The subject that are exclusive to third years are the forensic medicine and community medicine. So in forensic medicine, we have the book by Dr. Gautam Biswas, The Review of Forensic Medicine, and it is an excellent book. It provides a well-structured content that is both knowledge and exam oriented. And personally, I don't think you need to go beyond this book. And this is one of my favorite thing about this book is that at the end of each chapter, it includes real life stories, case files related to the topic. For example, in the firearm chapter, it discusses the assassination of Dr. John F. Kennedy and the Kennedy phenomenon. And similarly, there are many other historical interesting stories and the case files at the end of every chapter. And so I really enjoyed studying this subject and this book. And I had also made an unboxing and review video of this book when I bought it during my third year MBBS, and you can find the unboxing of this book in the link I have kept in the description below. So let's move on to the another subject, that is community medicine. This subject is introduced in the first year itself, and it is given huge importance throughout MBBS curriculum. And this book, known as past textbook of preventive and social medicine, is a good reference book, and I studied it extensively, especially during my first year. And along with that, I also used the local author books for nationally related content and the Department of Health Service annual review and the several other resources. And in my opinion, single book is not enough for community medicine. You need different internet sources and different kind of books. And for biostatistics, in the community medicine, B.K. Mahajan is the good book for MBBS level from third year onwards, and B.K. Mahajan for the biostatistics. Now we will be really beginning in the third year onwards, we really begin the clinical posting, and where the real medical training finally starts. And one of the most core subject of MBBS, that is very important subject, that is internal medicine. It is the most important and one of the core subject of MBBS, and it forms the foundation of becoming a doctor. And for this subject, you will need books for both theories and practicals, that is for clinicals. For theory, we have the book called as the Davidson Principle and Practice of Medicine. This is an excellent textbook, and if you are interested in exploring the topic in greater depth, you can also read the selected portion of the Harrison Principle of Internal Medicine as a reference only, not as a main textbook. You can read Harrison as reference for some part. And another book that is highly recommended by me is this book known as Exam Preparatory Manual for Undergraduate Medicine by Dr. Archit Bulu. It is both exam oriented and packed with useful knowledge that helps not only in the written exam and viva, but also in the understanding the medicine better. And medicine is an endless subject, and you simply cannot revise each and every source before exam. So these books provide the grounded, concise and highly revisable material, especially for the last moment revision. And personally, I found it to be a lifesaver for the final year exam. And I also made a unboxing and review video of this book during my fourth year MBBS, and you can find it in the playlist link in the description. You can really check out. Then, and apart from textbook, internal medicine also required reading official national and international guidelines for specific diseases. Like for example, you need a cold guideline for COPD, the GINA guideline for asthma, the national guideline for various tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS, dengue, malaria, and various other tropical diseases. And another guideline that I strongly recommend is that standard treatment protocol (STP) for emergency. This is highly useful book, and for the emergency medicine. And the medicine has no limit. If you are genuinely interested, you can go beyond textbook and read various other official guidelines, research paper, and you can also use the resources like Medscape and UpToDate. And for the practical, the clinical posting, the practical part, that is very important. For the bedside medicine, both MacLeod and Hutchison medicine are excellent textbook. These are the MacLeod and Hutchison textbook, clinical method. These both are excellent standard textbook for the clinical. I have read both of this book. And another outstanding book we have is the uh, Insider Guide to Clinical Medicine by Dr. Arshit Bulur. It is especially helpful for South Asian practical examination system. I also reviewed this book on my channel. Link is available in description. And personally, I studied all of these three books, and my personal recommendation would be to buy the Insider Guide to Clinical Medicine as one of your primary book, and alongside it, read either MacLeod or Hutchison from the PDF or from library copy, and annotate the important additional point into the Insider Guide. And don't skip MacLeod or Hutchison because they build a strong conceptual concept. But however, for our South Asian examination system, Viva, clinical posting, and the expectation of our teacher, I genuinely believe that the Insider Guide to Clinical Medicine is a lifesaver for our exam, the South Asian exam system. So I recommend the Insider Guide. And another subject of MBBS, that is surgery, general surgery, very interesting, my favorite subject. Now we have the Bailey and Love's Short Practice of Surgery. This is a brilliant textbook, and I read it thoroughly and absolutely loved it. This is one of the book that almost feels like novel, and later in your career you will genuinely feel proud that you studied such a standard book. And an alternative to SRB is alternative to Bailey is the SRB Manual of Surgery. I read some part of this book, not all, but I found this overloaded with much information, and I didn't enjoy it as much. So another alternative is a Manual of Surgery, but since I haven't read it myself, so I won't comment on this book. So for the practical part, clinical posting part of the surgery, you can choose either Asta's Manual on Clinical Surgery, which is a good book and widely recommended by teacher, or you can also go for this book called as Makhan Lal Saha Bedside Clinic in Surgery, which is also very useful. It covers case presentation, question answer discussion, instrument, specimen, radiographs, and almost everything needed for the practical examination. And personally, I have read both of the Estas and Makhanlal, and my suggestion is to just buy either one, Estas or Makhanlal, or you can read the PDF of any one of them. No need to read both the book. Any one of them is sufficient for surgery practical. So, and for next subject, important subject of MBBS, that is pediatrics. This is OP Ghai, Essential of Pediatrics. This book is more than enough for MBBS level, and even most teachers recommend this book, OP Ghai, and almost every university question can be answered from this book. So I personally don't think another textbook is necessary beyond OP Ghai for pediatrics. So for the practical part of pediatrics, you can choose this Piyush Gupta clinical method in pediatrics, or you can also go for Meherban Singh pediatrics, which is comparatively shorter, but here the Piyush Gupta is more comprehensive, and this is more detailed than Meherban Singh. I personally read the Piyush Gupta. And for obstetric and gynecology, we have so for obstetric and gynecology, we have the DC Datta. This has been traditionally been standard MBBS textbook, and this is recommended by almost everyone. So I also studied from this, and personally, I didn't find it to be an exceptional book. But at the same time, I also don't know about a better alternative than DC Datta. So if you know any one of the good alternative to DC Datta, then let me know in the comment section. So I have also made a review video on the DC Datta, which you can find in the playlist link in the description. So another subject of MBBS in the third and fourth year, that is ENT. Our college professors and department teacher has written the book called as Illustrated Textbook of ENT by Dr. Rakesh Srivastav. So we were encouraged to read this book, and personally I found it decent but not outstanding. So another book, that is Dhingra ENT, is also very good textbook that I liked it for the MBBS level. And for ophthalmology, we have another subject known as ophthalmology, and I would recommend this Khurana ophthalmology. It is not the easiest book to read, and it has a traditional style, but it provides everything required for MBBS. Not great, but also it is for MBBS. It's another option is Parson, but I haven't read it personally, so I won't comment on it. And for orthopedic, I would recommend the Maheshwari Orthopedic, along with other internet resources for the additional topic not given in this book. And for short subject, Now let's move on to the relatively shorter subject. For this subject, you may read standard textbook only if you are interested, and if you want to go further deep and want to read more. Otherwise, for most MBBS student, the just class note or the review book containing the past year question are generally sufficient for this short subject, because they don't carry much high weightage. So for the short subject, one subject is dermatology. For dermatology, the Nina Khanna synopsis of dermatology and venereology, this is the good book for the derma. And for psychiatry, the review of psychiatry by Praveen Tripathi is excellent book. And for anesthesia by Ajay Yadav, that is the good book. So that was my overview of MBBS book from first year till the way finally break into two part of the video. And I finally think that it's worth reporting one more important point, that the best book is one you actually understand and revise. Reading 5 textbooks superficially is far less useful than mastering the one thoroughly. So that's all for today's video. See you in the next video, interesting video, and let me know in the comment section to know what kind of video you like, so that I will prepare and the video I will research and think about that. So thank you.